What's the worst customer complaint you've ever received? I'm willing to bet that they talked to quite a few people before you gave them a solution or a resolution to their problem. So, did you just give the answer, give the solution, and then you didn't go back and clear it up to make sure no one else has that same experience? If you did that, don't fear, I've got a strategy for you. Welcome to Conversations in the Client Experience. I'm your host, Ayana B. So let's say you have a customer that has Googled you, they're on your website, and they find a discount, an offering, or a product that you no longer offer, but they don't know that. So they call in, they talk to your frontline staff, and the person says, well, I don't know what you're talking about. Let me get my supervisor. Then they talk to the supervisor. Let's say the supervisor's been there 18 months, and the supervisor says, I've never heard of that. I don't know what you mean. We don't offer that. Your customer is getting increasingly frustrated because they're looking online and they're saying exactly what they see, and everyone's saying, I don't know what you're talking about. So then it gets to the manager, and the manager says, hey, thanks for letting us know. Let me get your name and your number, and I'll give you a call back. So the manager ends up finding out there was a discount or an offering or whatever it was that happened maybe 6 months ago, maybe 12 months ago. And somehow your customer found a hidden website that was not taken down. So here's the thing. You gave them a solution and you tell them, I'm so sorry, we no longer offer this, but we can offer you something else. Have you really fixed the problem, or have you just put a band-aid over that person's complaint? Yeah, so maybe they walk away and they're okay. But what you want is someone that knows that they have been seen and heard. And most importantly, you want to fix that situation for the next customer. So here are the three things that would have elevated that client experience. So first, let's start with the employee, the frontline employee. If the frontline employee doesn't know what the person's referring to, they can kindly say, hey, we do not offer that product, but we do offer something similar. Let me tell you what we offer. That's the first thing. Second, let's say it gets to the supervisor. The supervisor can say, hey, can you tell me what you typed in to the search engine? And I'll find it with you so I can look at it and we can see together what you're referring to, because the product or offering isn't in our current list of offerings. Third, if it was escalated even further to the manager should have an archive folder of discounts, offerings, products, things that were really popular with customers in an archive folder so that they can easily go back to it and say, hey, that was something we offered last year, something we offered 6 months ago, so that the customer will know, oh, they came across something that is no longer current. Why is this important? Because sometimes your customers are seasonal. You'll have a lot in the summer, or a lot at the beginning of the year, or a lot at the end of the year, and they may remember, they may be able to look up a discount, an offering, something you had that they really, really enjoyed. And for whatever reason, your company has decided to retire it. They should know that your employees are willing to go the extra mile, they're willing to listen, and they're willing to bring a true resolution. Now, in the end, we know we've got to get the website team to get that web page down, right? Because we don't want anyone else coming across it. But it is important that we find different ways to make sure our customers, our clients know they are being heard. And as a bonus, it also is a good idea and a good practice to have a list or a folder that your frontline employees can refer to. Anything that was really popular with customers that they were, really sad that was being retired, have that as a list on an internal website so that when they're answering questions, if they come across an offering that it's no longer current, they can say, yes, we offered this. However, we've retired it, and now we're offering something similar to that. Would you be interested in this or in that? And that lets your clients know that your frontline employees are knowledgeable and willing to listen. Thanks for joining me today. Come back next time for more conversations in the client experience.